Now that you know the basics of Camtasia, let's get into a little bit of editing. Take some videos and pull them into your timeline. Okay, so that means one of my videos is in 60 frames per second. Now this is not a gaming video, I don't need it at that FPS. So I'll keep the entire project at 30 FPS. You see this pretty waterfall here. There's a 360 view of a building on a hill. And here's someone drinking a cup of tea or coffee. We can arrange the videos a little. Okay, so this shows the video of the person on the hill. Then this shows the waterfall, a person went out for the tour. And then he comes back and then goes to have a coffee. Okay, so we have got a little story over here. Now let's edit it. Let's preview the video. Okay, I don't want the video to just abruptly start like that. I want to give it a soft start. So I go to transitions and I can choose one transition that will give it a little soft entry into the video. Okay, so I wouldn't choose glow right now because this has a dark theme in it, dark green. Now I don't use glow when there's a dark theme. You should use glow when there's a light theme. So I think I'll go with fade over here. Let's see, fade. If you take your cursor over here, you should see a two-headed arrow. You pull that to the left or right, you can increase or decrease the duration of your transition. The 1 is the seconds and the 22 shows the frames. Now since I have 30 frames in 1 second, the moment I take it close to 30, that's 2 seconds. Okay, I want a 1.5 second transition. Okay, 1 second 20 frames is right. Now let's preview that. Yeah, that goes gentle and it enters well. Here are all the transitions. You can choose any one of these and filter out the type of transitions you want to use. You can choose flip, which is going to be like a paper in a book. Oops, I made a mistake. I can just go with this undo over here, or this backward arrow here, or Ctrl Z. Yes, now I join the videos and add a flip right in between these two. Okay, now that's going too fast. I don't want such a fast flip. So you increase the duration. That's going to slow down the transition a little. Yeah, that's about better. Now let's preview that. Okay, but this is about 30 seconds of just taking a 360 view of this hill. Now, is there any way I can cut or short this video or something? Yes, I can. Let's first delete this transition. Take this video aside. Using this red part of the timeline, drag and drop it to the part you want to cut. I want to cut this entire 10-second part. Hit delete on the keyboard and there it's gone. Press undo if you have made a mistake or you don't want to delete so much, or you want to delete more, let's say. Okay, I was doing the right thing, so I can do that, or on this double-headed arrow that comes over here, just drag and release it over here. Okay, that's a 20-second clip now. Yeah, that looks fine. But doesn't it look a little too slow, the movement here? Okay, I can speed up this process by going into more, visual effects, clip speed, drag and drop it to the video, and you can see the effect has been added over here. If you don't want the effect, click on this cross icon or click on this up arrow, show effects, right click on it and delete or hide properties. Then it will go away from here. Now I want to speed up the video, so I go to speed and choose a multiplier. Let's say I want to speed up the video by 2 times. Now see, the video has become shorter, it's been speeding up. Yes, that's much better. I want a shorter video, I did that. Okay, time for the next video to come in here. I add this. Okay, time to add a transition here. Let me choose a different one now. Fade through black. Yeah, let's go with this. Increase the duration of the transition a little and preview. Yes, that's so much better. And then let's add our third video. Now this third video is again a very long video. Again, go to visual effects, clip speed, drag and drop it, speed up the video by 2 times and put a transition over here. Now this video has got a little light theme. There's no dark theme in this video. Look at it. There's a white cup, a shiny bottle, and some light green grass behind with some yellow spots here. So I choose to go with glow. Preview that. Yes, and now that I've speeded up the video, it looks a little fast. I can choose to slow it down as well by multiplying it by 0.5. Okay, now the video has become really long. It's become 40 seconds long. I don't want it that long. But here you can see it. This looks really slow. This will be good if you're at maybe 50 FPS or 60 FPS, it will look good, but now it doesn't look great at 30 FPS. So it's better to keep this at 2 times the speed. Yeah, that's much better. This is like a 15-second clip. Okay, you can cut short the video now and then zoom in a little to fill up your screen to make smaller edits if you need. So in the visual effects, you have device frame where you can put the video in a frame, let's say. Yeah, so you can choose the device frame. You can make it a computer here, a monitor. You can make it into an iPhone. You can make it into a MacBook Pro or a Google Pixel. Other things you can do is drop shadow. You decrease the scale of the video and then you go around with the shadow, play around with it a little. See, with this circle over here, you can choose the direction of your shadow. With the color, you can choose the color of your shadow. Offset, you can take it farther from the video. The lesser you offset, the shadow is going to be right behind and you won't see it. Okay, now let's take the video a little above and keep the angle over here to the right bottom and increase the offset. So that's how you can see the shadow of your video now. This part is the shadow. Click on this again, select the properties. I don't want a shadow, so I'll cross it. You can glow the entire video here. I don't want this either. Or you can remove a color. Now people use this to hide the background. They use a green screen behind them, like you can see in the preview over here. They put a green screen behind them and then remove the green color. So I don't have a green screen right now. So what I can do is I can remove any one of these colors, and you can see that this black part is actually not black in color, it's transparent. You can see through it. So if I put this video on top of another video, you can see the parts behind it. So that's what transparency does. It helps you create layers. Okay, now I don't want that. The coffee pouring is a nice video. Click on that and select it and delete it. Rescale it. And you're done here. You can do some color adjustments if you want. You can increase, decrease the contrast, change the saturation, decrease the brightness. You have to do some fine tuning and play around with these features a little to get the exact video adjustment that you want, the color adjustment that you want. Like this looks too bright and too vibrant. I don't want this, and the earlier video looked good, so you don't need to keep it. Sometimes you need it, not all the time. So right now I'm keeping it out. You can do some color adjustment, colorizing, color tint, border, which we did earlier. And then that's about visual effects. Transitions, there are many transitions over here. Okay, so now let's go to annotations. Let's say you want to add a thank you at the end for watching the video. You have themes, you have styles, you want all the styles. Okay, just click on all, but you want some fancy styles, choose the other ones. The basics will do for now, but I'll show you the other styles. See, I've got so many styles. Look at this, the cloud, the arrows, the transparent backgrounds, the oval. You've got many styles here. You can use them as and when needed. Now since I'm just giving a thank you screen, I'll prefer going with this. Centrally align it. Type thank you. Increase the length of the box like this till it all comes in one line. Centrally align it. Now you can change the font. Click on this arrow. Select the text. Click on the arrow. Change the text font. Let's say I want Arial rounded empty bold. Selected that. Okay, you can see the font has changed. Select it again. You can increase the size like this or manually type in the numbers you want. Let's say 120. 120 looks a little too much. Reduce it to this much. Yes. Centrally align it. You can change the aligning from here as well. Over here you can choose whether you want a regular font, regular italic, bold or bold italics. Vertical line spacing, horizontal line spacing. Let's keep that default. You can change the color. Let's keep this. By this arrow you can change the duration. I want a 4-second long thank you screen. Okay, so let's keep it 4 seconds. Yeah, start time 21:29 and duration is 4:00. Now after this video over here ends, I don't want this thank you to suddenly pop up. Okay, so I add a transition. Let's go with fade. And let's give this text a little animation. Don't just give this transition and the text just stays in that way. Let's give it some behavior. Okay, so there are multiple behaviors, many behaviors, where the text just comes flying in, fading in, or where each letter is jumping and falling. Pop-up. Let's go with pop-up. Now, the behaviors, you can customize them. You give a bounce in over here. Each letter is bouncing in. You put a fade in here. That's what fade in is. It's like each letter has its own transition coming in at a certain time. Now implode. Okay, so that's the opposite of explode here. Each letter is coming in. Sliding. You might have guessed that already. Okay, so let's go with the default. Click on this undo icon over here. You can change the text type from left to right or an object, where the whole text will come all together and go all together, not each letter at a time. Let's do undo. Movement, you can choose linear, smooth, or spring. Have a look at that. Yeah, it's got a springy effect here. And then to end it, you can give another transition fade at the end here. Preview the entire video. If you feel this video is going too fast, you can slow down the video, but if you want to slow it down, the video will become a little longer, so you have to push these other videos ahead. Give a little room to this video. Slow down this video, let's say 1.9 times. Okay, increase the length. Now bring these videos back, join them and watch. Maybe that's a little better. So that's basic video editing.